Hey guys, what's happening? Well, it is this time of the year, and today is Sunday, the 17th of April. Today is my day. I'm working on my own boat, and I just got done polishing the blue. Just the blue. When you own a boat this size and want it to look nice, you got to spend a lot of time. Prep is your biggest key, and you need to get rid of that dirt. And awesome, like I showed you guys in previous videos, works excellent. But anyways, I got this side, just the blue, compounded, polished, and I just got done 2 coats of wax. I just got to wax the other side before I leave tonight so the dew doesn't wreck my polish. But anyways, yeah, there's my 28-foot Sea Ray, 30 feet with the anchor pulpit and swim deck. I just nicely got the blue done on this side complete. I just gotta do 2 coats of wax before the dew sets in. Actually, things are starting to get a little damp now. I might have to wait till tomorrow, but it's against the side of the building, so it should be okay. I wanted to get this side done first. But yeah, that blue up there on the radar arch was just dulled right out and looked like shit. I thought I had to repaint it, but I didn't. I just polished the living crap out of it, and actually the whole boat just turned out beautifully. Just the blue, guys. That's all I've done, is just the blue. Blue is probably, well, it's a better color than red, and a green. Those are the 2 worst colors to buy. If you're buying a boat, those are the 2 worst colors to buy, because the red fades and so does green. And blue's not too far behind depending on what shade of blue it is, but this actually turned out, and if you stay on top of it, you're not too bad. But I got the bottom paint pretty much stripped. I got to do some sanding yet. I worked at that pretty much all day yesterday just to get it to that point, because the previous owner that owned it before me had layers upon layers upon layers of shitty anti-fouling paint. I'm not a fan of an anti-foul. I like to use, well, I shouldn't say an anti-foul, but the stuff that he was using was garbage. And there's only one kind of anti-foul bottom coat that I use, is Interlux Innovation. So I'm going to be using black bottom coat on this, which is almost, well, it's an anti-foul plus a sealer, so if you have any like gel cracks, it'll seal it up nicely. It has like an inner protect worked right into it. So that's the next line of attack, is bottom paint. And yeah, I just got to basically put the batteries in and fire it up. There's really not much to do. Well, I got to do the white yet, but I fire through that with the buffer. But the blue, I do by hand. That is all hand done. Because the reason I don't use the buffer on that is because a couple of years ago, I was knocked right off of a ladder. Wrecked my shoulder. I come down pretty hard. The buffer caught a cleat and sent me flying right off the ladder, because the buffers that I use are industrial and they're spinning. Applying, I usually put it on about 1,000 RPM, and then I take it off about maybe 26 to 2,800 RPM. But what happened was it caught one of the cleats, not on this boat, another one that had the cleats outside here on the boat. But it caught the cleat, and I went for a yeehaw. Thank God my cousin was here, because I thought I had broke my arm, but I just basically dislocated it. But like, the white's fairly shiny. I stay up on my, that's from last year yet. That's not even polished yet. Polished in wax. Like, I use my waxes that I use. I really like Meguiar's 50 on marine, especially on older surfaces. But before I do that, I should actually show you my steps. Presta Supercut. This is meant for gel coat. This stuff is a 600 grit. This stuff is awesome stuff, so I start with that. Then I move to a Meguiar's 45 marine polish in RV. After that is done, then I move over to a Meguiar's 50, and that actually puts a protectant over top of the polish, so it will maintain that nice shiny luster. Because if you don't, there's a difference. A lot of people don't realize the difference in polish and wax. A polish is to polish up a gel coat, okay, or your RV or whichever. It's just there to get into that gel coat to bring it up. Your wax, okay, what it does, it puts a UV protectant on it. So you know, if you see a boat that has that white glaze to it, chances are they just waxed up on top of wax, on top of wax, on top of wax. What happens is the sun grabs it and starts to turn it white in underneath and makes it look like shit. So you need to remove that oxidization first. So Meguiar's, guys, and Presta 600 grit Supercut, and you can give a nice finish like that. Just awesome. But there you go. I don't know if it will focus in on that or not. There's the part number, but that's what I use. And this stuff, you need to be careful. If you're applying with a buffer, which I do, that's why if you look at my finishes, like you can still see you can see the ladder shining. That's from last year. I haven't touched that white yet. But you have to be really careful. And if you don't know what you're doing, I suggest don't do it, because you can burn gel coat right fast and make one hell of a mess. The key thing is moving very fast, and you have to move fast. You can't stay in one spot. You need to just go. And what I normally do when I'm compounding, I will have, well, see that thing of water right there? My bonnet will literally be throwing water off it as I'm compounding this gel coat. Basically, the water is basically to keep the compound nice and soft, and helps lubricate as it cuts into your gel coat. And like I said, you got to be very careful when you do this, because I think there's only 10 thou, or maybe not even that, of gel coat. I know on these older boats there is, but you need to be careful. You can burn it really easy. And then you polish it, and then you wax it. It is a 3-step thing, and it's a hell of a lot of work. But just in the blue, guys, you'll come out with that kind of a finish. And there's products out there that what is it called, Orange Glow or something like that, Polyglow. That stuff is junk. Don't buy it. What happens, yeah, it makes your boat look awesome for a while, but the problem is it's like a silicone, and what happens is it starts to yellow in behind it, because the sun, it doesn't have a UV protectant in it, and with the sun getting hotter as the planet warms up, so they say, will turn it actually yellow. So basically, Polyglow to me is just a cheap fix, so don't use that shit. The stuff is garbage, and then to strip it, it's a bastard to get off. But stay on top of it. That's all I can tell you. The key thing is staying on top of the cleaning of your boat. My neighbors up at the harbor just think I'm crazy, because like I said, I'm up there. I'll get up to the cottage on a Friday night. I'll be down Saturday morning, and I will have the decks washed before I even decide to go out, because I just absolutely hate a dirty boat. I hate dirt at any kind. When you're out there enjoying the day, the last thing you want to be thinking of is people looking at your craft. People look at your craft and think, oh God, that's a nice boat. if you don't keep it clean. Appearance is everything to me, and I'm sure to other boaters the appearance of your boat is everything too. It's this toy, it's a big toy, and I like boating. I've been doing it for, well, since I was in diapers.